people? Happy Saturdays. Happy Saturday.
Love it. I mean, it looks different, right? I look like I'm in a different place. It's because I am in a different place. I'm at my new house and I'm moving to at the end of May, visiting family for Mother's Day weekend. And yeah, so y'all have to bear with me. I'm not on my computer. I'm on my cellular phone. Okay. So you have to deal with that. But Justin, you look sweet. Why don't you go ahead and show that shirt off real quick before we throw these sponsor videos out? It looks awesome.
Come on. Shout out, you know?
I love that shirt, dude. But we do got a couple sponsors for y'all tonight. And I guess we'll just start off with the best, with the greatest cage and rack builders around.
Mark with Vision here. We're showing off the new Visionarium. See a couple examples here. These are going to be a new product from us coming out hopefully the end of the year. It is modeled off our V35 and V70 tub, 3x height. So we're doing about 15 inches on this. You'll have options for doors on one side or up to all four sides on each of the tubs. We got vents on the front and the back. You will have options for windows as well if you just want that instead of the doors. We'll have perforated options and glass options. This was the V35. This is going to be the V70, so you get a little bit bigger option. We have a bearded dragon set up here and a pixie frog in this one. Show a little bit of versatility of using it for a desert species versus tropical. We have lids that are built in as well. These are going to have options for your lighting. These are going to be a halogen light or an LED light, and they will snap into the lid. C5 lighting, other UVB and halogen lighting options. Options will be available for misters, temperature probes, and fans, depending on what the customer wants.
Come on. Go to www.visionproducts.us or go to Custom Aquariums, Custom Cages.com. Got a hole, you'll fill it.
As Kim would say.
Kim would say.
And while you're at it, everybody go to www.thefatmannation.com and support your troops and first responders. Without them, the world would be a shitty place.
Come on. HP. Actually, you guys want 60 days free. RWHP60. You know, you got the stickers behind me, the logos. You can print info sheets. You even got the new platform coming out, which would be what Husbandry Pro next, which is way crazier. The whole shebang is going to be so. I can't wait. I hope I can get in on the beta. If I can, that'd be sweet. Definitely want to try it out. Come on.
You should be able to, man. You definitely should be able to.
Come on.
And if you're using Husbandry Pro, you can link it directly to reptile ads. It's pretty dope.
ReptileAds.com is the modern marketplace for buying and selling reptiles, amphibians, and exotic pets. Built by Purple Turtle Technologies, we're creating the most trusted platform in the industry. Join thousands of breeders and collectors on the most trusted reptile marketplace. List your animals, connect with buyers, and grow your business with reptile ads. Enjoy our easy access to stores as well as a genetic calculator for your convenience. Stop by and check us out today.
Love some reptile ads, man. If y'all didn't know, Justin is killing it on reptile ads. And actually, Jamie at Tire Guys just set his up too. So y'all go check out his thing on reptile ads as well.
Come on.
And we're just going to run through them because I'm on my phone and it's just easier that way. If y'all need substrate, go to B&S Reptilia and head up Chris and tell him the RWO sent you.
Them Chris on Instagram, Facebook, was it 18-pound bags of cocoa to go already pre-made, ready to go out the bag, or you can get the chipper in 10-pound box, not pre-made. You got to add your water, absorb it, but you don't have to. You can bust it up if you want to. However,
You can, and honestly, when I did have the chipper, that's what I did. I
Yep.
just put it in a tub and busted it up dry, and then I put it in the container dry that I got my snake in, and then I wet it.
I drained it for like
Mhm.
2 minutes, you know.
Yeah,
But
and that's a good way to do it too, you know. I will say, if you don't even have to worry about asking anybody in the RWO what they use as substrate as far as that goes, because it's always going to be Chris at BNS. So, like
we
Justin
all,
said,
we all use it.
y'all go hit him up. So what I'm going to do, since I'm on my phone, I see a lot of people in the comments. I'm going to throw the comments up here, and Justin's going to run through them, and I'm going to leave them up the whole show anyway, like we usually do. And I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest up, and then we'll run through some comments while we're doing this, and then we'll get to introducing him and getting it going.
Tara.
What's up, man? You're on screen. We're going to run through some comments, and then we're going to get into it.
All right, how's it going, everybody?
We're doing great, man. Glad to have you.
Yeah, man. Just taking care of some business, taking
There
care
you
of my
go.
snakes, doing a little bit of
Nice.
water changing.
Hey,
We got me your pro shirt on. Come on.
Yeah, husbandry pro. Yeah,
hell yeah.
got to use it, man. Got to keep track of everything.
Facts.
You got a big collection. You got to know what's going on in your collection. What better way to do it with husbandry pro?
Yeah, very
Exactly.
true. Very professional platform, I will say.
Absolutely.
Duval, what's up? He can't hear it. He can't see us, so we have to let it be known that Duval's in the house.
What up, Jay? Green line. Come
Green
on.
Line. Everybody go hit up Green Line. I don't have his commercial on my phone, so that's what that was. Mama,
Yeah, mama. Got
we got
Dennis.
Dennis. What's up, man?
Got Warrior Garden.
A lot of people in the comments.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we
Yeah,
have a
Jay.
really good support basis
Yes,
group.
yeah.
Yeah, pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What's up, Adrian? Good to see you.
Just Incredibles.
Yeah,
What's up, Justin? That's another Justin.
yeah, and I actually got him. We're gonna get him booked when I get home. When he,
Come
you know,
on.
Which
Jack.
home?
What up?
what's
You
up,
got two
Chico?
homes. You got two homes now.
Well, yeah,
Right.
when I go back to Alabama,
Rhonda. What
what's
up, Rhonda?
up, you fairy princess? You.
And you got Tara. What up, Tara?
Hey, Tara, good to see you. Thank you for sticking around.
Pull the kick in. All right. I was lounging on the couch. I was chilling my green tea, you know. So now I'm just waiting for the kick in.
Hey, he's got something cold by him, though. It's probably an energy drink. I'm drinking Coca-Cola Zero because I didn't have time to go get beer. And I know that sounds dumb because I always have beer and I usually have it in the fridge, but I'm not at my house in Alabama. So what up, Constrictedly Business? Everybody go check out that video he made where he had his grill in. That was the funniest thing I've ever seen, dude. Like,
Come on. Come on.
we all caught up in the comments so far?
We're good. Let's run it.
Hell yeah. What's up, dude? So if you don't mind, if you want to give us a spiel and a rundown of who you are, where you're located, you know, what's your deal, man?
So Golden Arm Reptiles is the company name. My name is Dustin Guerreri. You can find me on Facebook with Dustin Guerreri, but Instagram, Morph Market, you can find me underneath Golden Arm Reptiles. But most of my collection is ball pythons, kind of like the majority of us. But I'm an absolute snake snob. I love snakes, you know. So I have a little bit of this and that and everything. I also keep Vietnamese blue beauty rat snakes.
Whoa,
I have a
that's
couple
so
of
cool, dude.
I have a couple of jungle carpet pythons. I have a diamond carpet python. I have a Burmese. I have a retic. I have two corn snakes and a green tree python. Yeah. So I keep 7 different species.
Let's
Eclectic. Yeah, you have an eclectic variety.
Yeah. I just like and you know what? I'm actually looking to get a pair of bull snakes next, just because they're so much fun. So they make a lot of noise. They let you know that they're around. You know,
Yeah.
but
Mission.
but yeah, I mostly love like my ball pythons. They're chill. You can give them to anybody. I love having friends and family over to come and just, if you're gonna hand them a snake, I'm gonna hand them that. I'm not gonna hand them one of my Vietnamese blue beauties. You
And I
know.
was
right.
gonna, and I want to talk about that later in the show. I'm really interested in those, and so we are going to get into that. I didn't know you had those, and I'm really excited to talk to you about that.
Oh yeah.
That's
And you also
probably
see carpets for sure. So you got some diamonds and you got some jungles over there. Or you got
Yeah.
a diamond and you got a couple jungles.
Yeah, I have a zebra jungle carpet python
Come on.
that I got from Riley's Reptiles.
Let's go.
okay. Okay.
I have a 75% diamond with a 25% jungle. And I got
Come on.
that from Jason Hood over in Tinley. And I have a pair of pure jungles that I got from Jeremy from Brassman Reptiles.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And
So you're going the jungle diamond route.
I want to
then.
keep things more pure as possible. So I'm trying to find me another male, a diamond male, which is hard to come by. Everybody has females for sale,
Yep.
but
Yep.
it's hard to find a diamond male, or
We
at least
need
a
to-
nice diamond male, because I'm pretty picky on what I pick up. I'm like,
Come
I actually recently, a friend of mine that I bought a snake from one time. We just got to talking, and we stay in contact. And he's like, "Hey, man, I got this clutch coming. I just want to give you a snake out of it." Well, to be honest, even the best snake that would come from that clutch, I wasn't interested in. And I was just like, "Look, I appreciate it, but I don't just bring anything into the collection." You know, especially for breeding purposes. Yeah, like I'm really, really picky. I can go to a nice big reptile show and maybe find one snake, that I take home with me because I'm just super picky.
By the way, real quick, chat, not to cut you off, I just want to let the chat know I'm not able to make people blue tonight. So we love you constraintly, but you're not going to be blue. Okay, I'm sorry. If you don't want to watch, I understand.
Fix that, Phil. I got you.
Yeah.
I got
No, it is. It's weird being on your phone doing it because you can't really, like at home, I have YouTube here, I have Instagram here, I have StreamYard here, and I'm streaming everywhere, right? I'm like a fucking mad magician.
you. I'm the captain now.
Yeah, he's the El Capitino Justino.
Yeah, we gotta listen to Justin. Whatever he says goes.
Hey, I'm down with it. He can run it.
Yeah.
Hey, so where did you say where you were located at?
So I'm in Roanoke, Virginia. It's
Okay.
on the southwest side of Virginia.
Okay.
But yeah, no real good shows close to me.
Well, and I was gonna say, I don't know how close you are to Northern Virginia, but our friend Kiko that's in the chat with Floro Esoterica, he has like carnivorous plants and stuff. And he actually does a show in Northern Virginia, and I actually have a commercial for it. So you can watch this, and if you're not far from it, or if you ever want to bend it, it's a free show for people to come. They don't pay an entry. And it's a very it's kind of a smaller show, so it's niche, you know what I mean? And then it's at a brewery. Okay.
So
and then,
you get you a beer and do your thing.
Bro, yeah. And then he said sometimes they have live music.
Yeah, that's even better.
Hell yeah. But we'll go ahead and throw this up real quick and take a look at this, man. I think you'll like it.
Beasts, Brews, and Botany is the most unique reptile show in Northern Virginia and maybe in the country. It's at Eavesdrop Brewery that has delicious alcoholic beverages and a wonderful array of food in the area as well. Courtyards to chill in. It's dog friendly. It's kid friendly. You can bring the whole entire family out. You can get all your plants, arachnids, reptiles. You could get dart frogs, vampire crabs, and take photos with reptiles as well. The first Sunday of each month at Eavesdrop Brewery is Beasts and Brews. So the reptile show And the second Sunday of every month is Brews and Botany at Eavesdrop Brewery. Now, this event is held by my good friend Kiko, and he actually has a variety of carnivorous plants as well. He ships said carnivorous plants anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's Venus flytraps, sundews, any carnivorous plant you could want. Go give him a follow at Flora Esoterica on Instagram and Facebook. And definitely, if you're in Northern Virginia, you need to check out Beast Brews and Botany. You will not be disappointed.
That's pretty cool. Kiko's doing some fun stuff.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
He's awesome, dude. He's a really cool guy.
And he's got geckers.
Yeah. Now let me ask the chat, like, with bringing reptiles, you kind of want to have more of a controlled environment. Is there inside and outside vending and stuff like that?
I think there is. I think it depends on the season, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because I mean that brewery looks awesome. It definitely looks like a place I'd go and chill at.
That's what I'm saying. Have a burger and a beer, and I can sit there and sell some animals. Come on.
Yeah. That's one of the worst things about being at a reptile show. You know, like the food there is, mid grade, is like horrible. It's crap.
Yeah.
And you're gonna pay like $6 for a Mountain Dew or something. Come on, let me get a $6 beer.
Well, Lace Balls, she won the 15 minutes of lame, and she said that she was going to impose a mandate to have every show serve alcohol and let you drink. But I haven't seen it, Lace. If you're watching, we need that mandate to push through, okay, before you lose the belt.
Yeah, tell me where to sign.
For sure.
Right. Yeah, John with Mission. Thank you, man. That's awesome. I've been itching. Like, I've been dying over here some more deer meat. So come on.
Oh, I can't wait for Daytona, man. John, it's going to be so awesome just to see him, but then it's going to be even more awesome when he brings us that bag of deer meat.
Right. I say, Dustin, where are you at?
In Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah, Virginia.
Sweet. So you can even go to Kiko's show and shit and check that out.
That's why I showed him. Yeah, I wanted to show him the commercial because I was going to run it later, but he was saying he was in Virginia, and then he said there wasn't a lot of cool shows, and I figured, well, if you're not far, it might be worth hitting up Kiko.
Yeah.
I think
I usually vend at the Charleston, West Virginia show.
Okay.
And Huntington. But they're small shows and they're not bad. Like, I always have a good time there. And I've vended at the Raleigh show, the Repticon Raleigh. And then what other show did I do? I did another show in Raleigh. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. But anyway, I've done a couple of shows.
I would imagine there's not too many big shows.
But nothing close. Nothing close. Everything is 3 hours for me. It's a 3-hour drive, 3-hour back.
See, that's why I'm happy I'm moving back to Georgia because, dude, Georgia's about to be so many people that are big breeders that are breeding balls are moving to Georgia. First of all, are already here, and then second of all, there's so many big shows in Georgia.
Yeah. Like, who came from Canada recently? One of the big breeders. One of the big breeders.
Just seen that, and I can't remember the name. I just watched that interview where they're talking about it, but I know. I'm not going to say names because I don't know if this is for sure, but I've heard a lot of different people are looking at property in Georgia, and it might be because Bob, he can talk you into an Eskimo buying ice. So, I mean, he's probably, renting them or leasing the houses out. I don't know. But anyway, there's talk around that a lot of different people are supposed to be moving to Georgia. So I think that would be cool. And, like you said something about Hardwired earlier, he's in Georgia. He's actually not that far from where I'm moving right here in Jackson, so that's pretty cool.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's up, Bosa? Was that Bosa I seen?
Yeah, that was Bosa. You seen Bosa come on in?
Hell yeah, bro. So what is your, like I said, I do want to talk about the beauties in a little while, but we'll talk about the colubers in a bit. So what made you want to, like, I understand, you wanted to keep them, but what made you want to start breeding them? Like, what was the turning point in your mind that clicked and said, I want to breed ball pythons?
So it pretty much, I don't know if you want to classify me as a COVID breeder, but around 2021, right around COVID time, a guy that I worked with had a ball python, and he's like, "Hey man, I got this ball python. I don't give two shits about it." He's like, "It's dying. It won't eat. It's got stuck shed." He's like, "Do you want to have it?" And I was like, man, I had snakes as kids. I had garter snakes. I had ball pythons as a kid and everything. Um, so I was like, yeah, man, let me have this snake. You know, I haven't had a snake in a long time. It'd be cool to get one again, and let me see if I can bring it back to life, pretty much. So
Yeah,
I took it in, and then like, of course, like I don't know how to take care of a snake anymore, so let me do some research. And then when I did the research, that's what sent me down this rabbit hole of all these genetics, all these mutations. And then, I started talking to people and they were like, yeah, this works well. Because the very first gene I wanted to get was spider. I thought spider was the
bro.
coolest
And
freaking gene.
we talk about that a lot. And
Yeah.
I got rid of all my spiders
Yeah, I
because,
don't have any spiders either.
but that was some of my first clutches. My first clutch ever, I think, had spider in it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know, like,
I did the research and I was like, don't get spider. So I didn't, but that's like the spider gene was like kind of what brought me into it, like really caught my eye. And I'm like, all right, well, everyone's talking about the future. If you mix this gene and this gene and this gene, you can make this crazy animal. I'm like, all right, well, let me make some crazy animals. Let me get into breeding.
hell
So
yeah.
I'm not too far from Benson with RGI. He's like a hop,
Okay.
skip, and a jump for me. So he was still breeding at the time. He's not breeding right now. I mean, he still has his collection and everything, but I was on Morph Market looking up local breeders, and he was close to me, so I got in touch with him and started talking about genetics with him and stuff like that. And then my buddy BK or Ben from BK Morphs, he's not too far from me, and I bought a snake or two from him when I first started, and started talking to him and his projects and stuff like that. And I'm a builder by trade. That's what I do. I'm good with my hands, so I'm like, let me build a cool animal. So I got into studying the genetics, what works well with what doesn't, and then of course, the first like 2 to 3 years was kind of impulse buys of like, oh, that's a pretty snake, let me get it, with no like real breeding plan, no project. And that's like the when anybody talks to me about breeding ball pythons, I'm like, okay, what is your project?
Yeah.
You know,
You have
you
to
know,
have, nowadays, you have to have, excuse me, a goal
yeah,
in
Futuristic,
mind.
futuristic. You have to be futuristic with these pairings. You can't just be for now. Like, oh, I
For
want
now.
to do this for now. Like, this isn't. Well, okay, where are you going to go with it in 2 or 3 years from now? Because if it ain't got much of a direction, then you're just going to be getting rid of this whole project a year and a half from now. Or 2 years.
That's a
Don't
good
make it-
point. That's a good point to make, though, Dustin, for sure. I mean, you don't want to get into it just, we all do it. I'm guilty of it. I'm sure Justin is too. Everybody that has multiple snakes is like impulse, impulse, impulse. It's addicting.
yeah, yeah.
But I
Oh
think
yeah,
that the more that we can set a message, like you said, to think about what you're wanting to make or what you are wanting, what do you like? Do you like dark stuff? Do you like light stuff? If you like, don't go buy a bunch of different snakes with all these different genes and you don't even have an idea of what you're going to do with them. That's
right.
to me that I wish I would have known that almost 10 years ago, so it's like, it is what it is, but we've all been there. Anyone that keeps reptiles has been there.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm kind of an ass about like the whole breeding aspect of it. Just because where we're at in the community. I know someone might feel a stink about this, but if you're breeding like, a 2 gene codom snake to a 1 to 2 or 3 gene codom snake, and you're just making
just stack it.
you're just, yeah, you're codom stacking, but codom stacking was 15 years ago. We are recessive codom stacking.
Well, and that's a good point. And I seen a comment earlier talking about pet market. And since you said that, I just want to ask a question before I forget. Do you think that this market we're in today is more of a pet market? And if so, do you think that what you just said may conflict with that? Because if it is a pet market, those codoms are going to sell
Yeah.
because they're a lot cheaper, right?
Well,
So
not
here's the
necessarily
thing. I think right now we're in a 75%, 25% pet market, 75% pet market, 25%. Okay. So when I am saying you don't want to codom stack in that type of sense. You know, if you want to look at it as like dog breeding, right? Dog breeders try to make champions, right?
Exactly.
And out of those champions, you're gonna have not so champion dogs, and vice versa. So out of a clutch, you might be lucky to make that one snake for yourself to hold back. But
Mhm.
those other 6, 7, or 6 or 7 snakes out of that clutch will be pet quality snakes in the sense of you're going to sell them for 100, 200, $300, $400, right?
Yeah.
So in that sense, yes, you're like if you do a visual het with 2 codoms with another visual het 2 codoms with the visual hets opposite of each other, right? So you're
Right.
trying to make a double visual, but you have a 1 in 4 chance of making that one recessive and another 1 in 4 chance of hitting that other recessive. So you have
Yep.
long
Yeah,
odds
and you
to make that double
definitely
visual.
that's a good point too, man. The odds
So the
you
odds
got to
are
understand that. You got to understand odds, or you will be let down for
Yeah,
sure.
and the odds are you are like more than 75% going to make pet quality snakes. You're still going to make good looking animals that are
Yeah,
going to attract. If you're working with the right genes, you're going to make those good looking animals, but they're going to be pet quality animals. The first and second best animal out of that clutch, the first one you're going to hold back. The second one you might hold back, and if you don't, you're going to put it up for $1,000, $2,000, and that's going to be for that 25% of the more breeder aspect.
Yep.
yeah. No, I
So,
agree. I can agree with that.
if you want to breed snakes, breed to make champions that haven't been made yet. That pushes the envelope of what's next or what's coming next for the future.
Yeah,
Um,
Facts.
so and I'm kind of a butt about like if you're buying $100, $200 snakes and you want to be a snake breeder, you're not going to be successful
no, you're not.
because
You're not.
You're
I
not.
mean,
you're going to end up making $50, $100 snakes. Then
You
you
would have
go
to
and put all this work and effort into it over years of time, be disappointed,
run
and then now
40.
you're doing a collection sale.
You'd have to run 40, 50 clutches a year to see money, if you're running shit like that. You really wholesale, and just make a little bit of change, more or less.
Yeah.
well, the
So
thing is that if you,
Great part that
if
you deal with already.
yeah, no, that's right. Pretty much what I was gonna say.
yeah. And I'm not a big breeder. I have a small collection and stuff like that. But 90% of my breeding pairs are striving to make things that have never been made before, or trying to make champions, something that's only been made 1 or 2 times.
Yeah.
And then out of those clutches, I'm going to have pet quality animals. I'm
Well, I
going to have
think.
I'm going to have $100, $200 snakes. So those
Mhm.
animals are going to be your pet quality snakes. But if you're breeding to only make pet quality snakes, you're kind of stalemating yourself in the hobby. You're going to get left behind.
Yeah. Well, we did a thing. I was watching some stuff on I think it was Chris's channel, the Fat Man, and
Yeah,
he was
yeah,
talking to a big breeder, and he was like, "What do what do you think the number is that if you wanted to get into this to be on that level, that top level, right? Because like you said, if you're coming into the hobby and it sounds mean and like you're bullying somebody, but it's just the truth, it's honesty. If
yeah,
you come into this hobby buying $200 animals to breed, you're never going to be that. You're never going to be able, you might go to a show and if you have 12 snakes on your table, you might make $1,200,
yeah,
but you're not going to you're not going to get out of the red. You're always going to be in debt with it,
yeah,
essentially. And
Even if you were to take a cheap $200 triple het, another triple het, and hit one visual, you're not gonna want to sell it. You're gonna want to hold that bitch back because then you're gonna want to have to hit more, so you're even way back more in the time.
and
Either way.
now you're flooding our market. And to put it back
Right.
into the dog aspect of things, because I like to put it into comparison of because everyone
Yep.
wants to see this hobby get on the same level as breeding dogs, right?
yeah,
So in that aspect, if I go to the pound and buy a bunch of $150 dogs right? And I breed those and go to a dog show and say, hey, I bred these dogs. I'll get laughed out of the building because all I'm breeding is mutts. And in
Much.
general, when you're buying a $200 snake and breeding it to another $200 snake, you're in generally breeding mutts. But that's like a bad
Well,
term to
that's a
put it.
different. Okay, that's a different way to look. Like that. That's where you can't look at it as in the same sense as dogs. Because if you looked at it that way, it's not really a mutt. I get what you're saying. Like you got dogs that are they're not purebred,
Right,
but
right.
essentially they're all ball pythons. But I like to go back to the dog thing real quick because you say that, and I was talking about this a while back. We are there pretty much, if you think about it, in the sense of when shed testing broke through,
Yeah, yeah,
and now we
absolutely.
have we have basically quote unquote AKC paper proof that
Right,
this
right.
this snake
Absolutely.
is that. And I think that we are there, bro. I think that it's
Yeah.
pretty much there. I think once you get scientific facts from DNA off of a shed, because back when I was buying snakes, when I first started, there was no shed testing. So
Right.
you had pos this and het that. But regardless, you're taking
Took
a
all,
gamble.
yeah, it took all those pauses out a
Yeah,
lot.
it took all the pos out. A shed test takes all of the pos out because you cannot say it's possible this because a possible is it could be or it couldn't be. But you have that shed test paperwork that says, and I think that eventually it is when you start dropping all this money, because you're talking about, I'm not talking about $200 animal. I'm talking about like $12,000, $20,000 snakes. I want fucking paperwork. Now
Absolutely.
I want
Absolutely.
paperwork, homies. Give me my AKC ball python papers and I'll give you that 20 grand, bro.
Right,
Because
right.
if you
Yeah. And
think about it,
with
it's
the
like
paperwork,
buying a
it
new
holds its
car.
value.
Well, a ball python is like buying a new car, bro. As soon as you drive that bitch off the lot, it's lost all that value, dude, because ball python market is so fast. Because
Yeah.
what happens is these people will have these snakes and they breed the shit out of them and they hold them back and hold them back and hold them back for like 3 seasons, 4 seasons. And then they
Yeah.
start selling them, right? But once they start selling them, that's when it's on. Yeah, at first 20,000. Then within a year or two, depending on how that people breed snakes and what size they are when they sell them, then the price drops and drops and drops. It never goes up for that gene. Now,
Hmm.
it'll go up when you add genes to that and make that combo. But as far
Hmm.
as a specific gene, it never goes up in value, bro. Isn't that crazy to really think about? Like there are genes out there that have went up in value, but that's only because of shed testing and they can prove it out.
Right.
Because before that, they were going so drastically down in value because it was pos. So now they don't have to do that. So now it's changing the game, man. And you said something about RGI. Shout out to RGI for
Yeah.
everything they do because
Yeah.
that
Vincent
cannot be
he
easy.
definitely does me solid. It's nice. I mean, it's sending the sheds in and stuff like that. That's a thing. Whenever you can, go over to them and be like, here's my envelope of sheds. He's
That,
Yeah.
always been able to help me out, and especially when I got questions, I usually always go to him. Because I can trust him. I can trust RGI. He's an intelligent guy. You
Well, he's a
know.
doctor, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's been a geneticist for 15, 20 years. Like
that's
had his doctorate degree. He works at Virginia Tech.
come on.
So
See, I didn't know
or he
that. That's
did. He
badass.
worked at Virginia Tech. Now he's doing the RGI full time, of course. And he's a busy man. Busy man. He
So I
doesn't
talked to
stop.
him before, and he said that all he does is look at snake sheds. That's
Yep.
it. Like be on a computer and shit.
Yeah. So I walked into his house maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. His whole living room is sheds everywhere in his living room, right? And I'm talking about boxes stacked on top of boxes, filled with sheds. He's like, yeah, that box right there is all retic sheds. Over here, I have this species. I have all colubrids over here in that corner. You know, So he's like collecting all these sheds, taking care of them, and then like he does a lot of organizing, and I'm pretty sure he sends them over to Texas to get fully organized. But then in his office, he's got these two fridges where he keeps those little bitty samples about yay big, and both those mini fridges are packed full with sample tests. Like he stays busy.
I'm trying to. I think he said he's going to be in Daytona this year. I think he was there last year, but I think he said he's going to be there this year. I'm going to try to get some of my monitor shed, my Asian water, and take it up there to him because he said that they want monitor shedding. So
He wants them all. He wants them all, every species.
I'll give him some black dragon sheds.
Yeah, those are sweet.
yeah, do it for real, Justin, because he was talking about he wants monitor sheds because they want to be able to break into that because monitors have different genes too.
She's shedding because she's growing, so I just keep constantly peeling it off her.
Just put
Dustin, I was gonna say, what kind of ball python projects are you in?
So I'm kind of staying in my own lane in the
Okay.
sense of like I have three main projects. I have the Ultramel Clown project, I have
Come
the
on.
Hypopide project, and then I
Okay.
have the Hypo Clown project.
Come on. Come on.
So I stay, and I do have a puzzle project. I have a 1-in-2 ratio for puzzles, but they're all I got. What is it? An OD black pastel het puzzle female.
Oh, that's
And then-
nice, bro. That is sick.
The OD black pastel, and she's beautiful. No, she's fire. So
You
OD black
you
pastel
want to show
fire.
anything? If you want to show anything, we're all about show and
yeah.
tell, man.
All right, let's check her out.
Yeah, let's see a snake, bro. Let's see that. You said black pastel, and it got my ears burning.
Yeah, so I'm
Love
big into
black
black pastel, but black pastel fire
You got it, Justin?
OD
Yeah.
OD het puzzle, and she definitely has a lot of like the puzzle marking.
That's het. That's what I was gonna say. That's het puzzle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
het puzzle.
Okay.
But
See,
she
I don't.
the het puzzle has definitely got a big influence, especially in these animals.
Okay.
But, so black pastel, OD, fire, het puzzle, female, growing her up.
That's a sexy ass snake, bro.
I really enjoy her. So there's that one. Then we have mahogany yellow belly, het puzzle.
Okay.
Nice.
So got to get those dark genes.
Yeah.
And the boy, he's visual. The
A
boy's pretty nice,
visual
and
puzzle.
I'm kind of partial to pairing him up to the OD fire black pastel puzzle because he's also fire himself. So we got Inchy, fire, spot nose puzzle.
So that's visual puzzle.
Yeah, visual puzzle.
See, and my thing is that het looked way more crazy, didn't it? Or it's probably the other genes that are added with it, that het to make it do that too. But
yeah, the spot nose and the Inchy's really trying to pull the bands, but
yeah. Oh
you
yeah,
can get a lot of
Inchy,
that
yeah.
chaining right there. But Inchy, spot nose, fire. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna pair him. I'm almost thinking about getting another male for that other girl, just because she has fire, he has fire. I don't want to make white snakes.
Yeah, not with puzzle. You don't. You want to show that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would kind of
Good
defeat
shed
your whole
test.
purpose.
Good
Yep.
shed test.
Yeah, but you want to see the visual. Puzzle is such a visually appealing thing that you would want that,
Absolutely.
Your room looks very nice and clean and organized, by the way. Kudos to you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, dude, it looks great, dude.
Yeah, we got to. So, what is it? That rack's got more grow outs. We got the female adults in that rack. And then homemade racks. These were like my starter racks when I first got started.
Yeah,
These hold all my males. So I keep my males away from my females.
I do that.
And a hand-built rack with the babies. So
Cool.
everything with the green labels for sale. So hit me up if you need something. And
Where can
then
they find you on Morph Market and Hesmetry Pro or
Just Morph Market
I
right
mean,
now.
reptile ads. You need to set up that reptile ads, bro. It's
I
free.
saw that. I saw that. I wasn't informed, but now I am,
Yeah.
and I do need to branch out. Morph Market is a good platform and everything, but I don't get messages on Morph Market. Just I don't actually have that many snakes posted on Morph Market. I do great at shows.
Well,
Like you said, I
Morph
I
Market
keep a
charges
clean.
you, and reptile ads is free until October. So you need
I
to
need.
post them
Yeah,
bitches on there, bro. Get them on
yeah.
there.
I'm gonna get
'Cause
on
it's
there.
free. And
Yeah, I'm gonna get
Justin,
on there.
he's proof. Chooch right here. He's proof. He's been doing great on reptile ads.
For Strictly Business, because Strictly Business was #1 for the views, and I was #2 right there behind them with reptile ads.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely free. Get yourself on there, and I can say if you already got your Husbandry Pro, which you seem like you already do, it's all Zach that one of the people that work with Husbandry Pro that owns reptile ads. So it's all linked together, so you can literally click of a button, pull it right over, and your whole store will be set up. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's easy enough.
Bro, it's so sick how they linked it. You know what I mean? And if someone, I like Husbandry Pro like a son of a bitch. I think it's cool that you can send the data from that animal, email it, like boom, they
Yeah.
got it, a PDF. You know,
I will tell you, Dustin, you can do the same thing with Morph Market. Is Husbandry Pro is linked to that. You can click make the file for Morph Market and then put all your shit right over there too with that way as well.
Gotcha.
You'll see it when you learn to go do it for reptile ads. You'll see the little thing where it says Morph Market or reptile ads.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I
So
put a couple of decent snakes up on Morph Market, but I usually keep my like low end snakes, off Morph Market. I can sell those at shows easily.
yeah,
So
you got to have table filler, that got a
Yeah.
$200 or $300 marker on it, dude. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I sell the most expensive snake I ever sold was probably $600. And I'm a pet breeder, bro. Like I don't breed just for pet people. Anybody can buy it. But it seems like the majority of the time, and I'm living in Alabama, so like most of those people that go to them shows, it'll be like a show me show or a Repticon or whatever, and like
Yeah.
they're not breeders. They're going to buy a pet. So they
Yeah.
always do that. But I tell you something, I always sell out every show. I never go home with snakes.
Damn,
Never.
that's good.
Yeah, but that's all I care
that's
about.
really good.
And I'm in the red, bro. Like I've been in the red since I started. I ain't never. I mean, honestly, I've probably hit what I have in material and racks and all of that jazz, like material objects. But as far as the money that I've put into snakes, I'll never see that money probably. Like whatever.
Yeah.
And that's why I want to segue while we still got, we're doing really good on time. We're only at 43 minutes, but I do want to touch on the colubrids because
You still got to touch on some snakes, homie, and you going off topic.
well, I want to talk about these fucking colubrids. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I can't stop thinking about these blue snakes because I have been looking at them because I've been talking to Justin about branching out,
Yeah.
off of balls because I'm in the red like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I definitely think that the market's definitely going to be looking. I mean, it already kind of is. People talk about it all the time is branching out and not having just ball pythons on your table. And even shows prohibit new ball python breeders for even vending at their shows because they already have too many ball python breeders at the show. So if you're somebody that says, hey, I have ball pythons, but I also have carpet pythons and I also have Vietnamese blue beauties that are all captive bred, not import. The blues obviously, not the carpets, but like I don't have any imports. All mine are bred in house. So
got diversity for that table. Come on, let me in there.
And that's why I even want to get some bull snakes too. Like, hey, I have every show that I go to, I'll have somebody that's like, hey, do you have any Burmese pythons or do you have any boas? No. But I'll tell you what, next year I'm gonna have carpet pythons. And if you want you want a boa but better, in my opinion, I love me some boas. Boas are beautiful, but I like to have that semi-arboreal. I want that arboreal snake that likes to climb stuff. Not saying that boas do, because I had a friend of mine that has a boa, and I see that thing climbing too. But someone that's gonna perch up and chill out, and be visually appealing from an enclosure. Here's a carpet python for you.
Facts. No, that's one thing I love. I was gonna get GTPs, but I was like, no, I'm going carpets. And
Yeah.
I do not regret it because when I come in this building and you just see my carpet just hanging on the branch and it looks like a GTB with its head hanging down, I'm like, oh, that's fucking gangster, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Swedish, you know, I like it.
I do like Justin's. They're beautiful, man. Those things are sick looking. Yeah.
I got a pop
I'll show
in,
you my zebra.
carpet, a jungle, and a brettle.
The dark one with the yellow that you have, what's that one?
The Popolin.
Okay, that's my favorite. That thing is sick, dude.
Or the black and yellow is my jungle, like what he's got. He's pulling up right here. He's got.
Oh, that might be the one. Yeah, that's the ones that I like. The jungle ones. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a zebra jungle. It's got the zebra morph. It's got, you know, it's like the pattern's amplified times 2. So
look at
just
that.
get better with age too.
and
It
they got the crazier head stamp on them.
That's what trips me out is they just get better and better with age too. They're not the ball pythons that get like duller, you know.
Oh, that thing is sick, Justin.
Yeah.
Look at that thing, dude.
That crazy head stamp.
Yeah, the head is insane, man.
Yeah.
I love some good head. Now that's a good head right there.
Yeah, but I picked this guy up from a buddy Riley at Riley's Reptiles.
Come on.
He's a good dude.
Are they in Virginia as well? I've heard that name and I've seen it a lot.
A lot of carpet.
He's
deal with a lot
up
of
north.
Okay.
Actually, when you go to the market, look at a lot of carpets, you'll see Riley, which they got some good stuff over there. They do some good stuff. Shout out to them.
I love those carpets, but you know, I think for me, a good pair of colubrids would do me just fine.
Yeah.
I don't
This is a diamond.
Let's go. There you go.
That's sick.
It's 75% diamond, 25% jungle. But you know, they've proven that, you know, back in the day before the whole landlock happened between the diamonds and the jungles, that the jungles and diamonds have cohabitated before, have bred between each other. So, you know, having the little bit of diamond or the little bit of jungle blood in the diamond, I don't think it hurts at all. Like,
No.
I think it just gives it a little bit extra color. Gets that yellow color into the diamonds. And this one's in shed right now. Should be shedding here in the next couple of days.
I'd say definitely yellowed it out a little bit more, which is kind of cool to me. I like it.
Dude, I love that. I am in love with that.
Yeah.
Because normally you get that like gray or whitish tone to it, which is that yellow pops on it.
Bro, that speckling everywhere was like insane looking, dude. Like
I'm a little ashamed right now pulling those out of tubs. I actually just bought 8 enclosures, some 4x2x2s from Mid Florida Displays. John's his name. Yeah, that's good dude.
That's all these racks behind me is Mid Florida.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He hooked me up with 8 of them, and I have like 3 3D printers. So I've been printing all kinds of like crazy backgrounds, all kinds of stuff for them.
Come on.
But I got a couple of them. Get a little tour. Because that was the reptile room. And then these are the enclosures that I got building right now. A dragon, stuff like that. I'm working on that one. Can't really see it that well, but got that. And then these are where I keep my jungles. Let's see. Yeah, Sasuke's in there.
Let's go.
And Sakura's in there. I don't know if you can see her or not.
No.
Let's see. Oh, she almost got me. Yeah, she's actually my chiller one. Sasuke is kind of the jerk. Come here. Let's see. If I can, there she goes. But
yeah, she looks good too.
Oh yeah. Good size.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get her to breed this coming year. I'll put her in bromation.
She's about ready for sure.
Oh, that thing is beautiful, man. You have a really beautiful very picked out collection. You know what I mean? Like you went through lengths to pick out the best of the best, and I respect that.
Yeah, I mean these came from Jeremy. Jeremy's a really respected breeder,
You
and
talking
he
about
always does like
Brass
quality
Man or
stuff.
whatever?
Yeah, Brassman
Yeah,
Reptiles.
shout out to that dude, man. He's awesome, man.
But yeah, she's definitely got some length on her. But yeah, put her away. And then what is it? The berm. Let's see.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
they can keep shit like that, Justin. We can't.
Yeah, we can't have berms.
Oh,
It's
y'all,
always to
is
look
that
at.
down in Georgia too, or is that just Florida?
Oh yeah, it's pretty much every southern state, you know.
Oh, really?
Almost.
Yeah, I'm in
Oh,
Florida.
alright.
They're very picky on us.
Yeah, and that's the retech.
Oh
Let's
wow.
Yeah.
see if we could have some of those, my girl would already have 4 of those. I promise you.
Yeah, let's see. So Motley, lavender albino.
God, those albino retakes are so sick.
Look at
Dude.
that enclosure. You did hella nice with it, man. That
Yeah.
is sick.
It took me like months, dude, months of building this. A lot of spray foam, a lot of foam and paint. But,
Come
come here,
on.
big girl.
Hey, it was worth it. It looks great.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right, over the shoulder you go.
See, those snakes are so much fun, like to be able to have, because they are actually snakes. You know, they make you work for your interaction.
Absolutely. And this girl keeps me on my toes. Like every time I open up the enclosure, she comes out with her mouth open because she thinks she's getting food. But as soon as I get her out, she's actually like one of the chiller snakes I have.
Look at that lavender popping
Great.
in that snake.
Gorgeous. Yeah, definitely gorgeous.
All right, come here.
That's what I'm saying, Justin. I wish that we could keep stuff like that. Like even those berms, like those albino or pied berms and shit. Like they're so sick, but like we can't have shit like that. That's a beautiful ass example though of lavender albino.
So I told you I do want some diamonds just because we can keep them outside here in Florida and we can breed them outside here in Florida. They like the colder weather that we have.
Yeah, they're actually super hardy.
That can
Super
handle the
hardy.
really cold. Yeah, they can handle the really cold compared to all the other carpets.
That's pretty cool to think about. You know, if you could breed the animals outside, man, that's the dream. The dream is keeping them outside, but if you can breed them outside, dude, you've won. You have won. You have beat the boss. I do like that enclosure, man. That's really nice. I like how you did the walls.
Thank you,
You
man.
did
Thank
really
you.
good with it. It definitely did really good with it.
Yeah. Like I said, I spent months doing it. And then, let's see. This girl is sassy.
I'm liking all the snake and tail, man, to be honest.
I'm liking the enclosures.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm an enclosure fanatic. I'm starting to turn into like an enclosures for sure.
Is that an animal plastics cage?
I think this is a bit. Actually, I don't even know, to be honest.
It
I
looks
bought this one off of Facebook.
It looks just like my animal's plastics cage. I have an animal plastics I keep my boa in because it's so big, you know, the cage and everything.
Those are nice too. Mid Florida did those ones.
Yeah, those are the mid Florida ones. And then the lights off in here. I'll take out the green tree. Let's see. Come here, Howard Stern.
Did John give you an option on the hinges for the doors too?
Yeah, he did. I went with what he recommended.
Hell yeah.
Are those drop down doors like they fold down and out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the green tree.
Come on.
Yeah.
Always ready, always prepared.
Yeah, this dude's tight. He's definitely my pit bull of my snakes.
Are you able to interact with that snake a lot? Because I think there's a misconception with stuff like that. Like, I mean, you don't have to, but I'm saying, like, is that misconception true? Or are you able to actually hold these snakes and play with them and shit, you know?
Jay.
There we go. Hold on. Let me flip that camera back around.
Because you have a lot of people that say that they don't recommend people holding them because they're feisty or they don't like to be held, but that snake looks like it loves it.
Yeah, no, he's actually super chill. I've never had this guy lunge at me, hiss at me, strike at me, nothing.
Come on. Come
They're
Yeah.
on.
so beautiful
Now it
because
might
they're
just be
so
his
green.
personality.
They're
Because
so
you know,
green.
even the best ball pythons, there's bad ball pythons that will strike.
Yeah.
I mean, I got you like you said, you had a couple of hissers. I got a couple of hissers. Like those snakes, I wouldn't give to a friend or family that came over to visit.
No,
But
no.
if someone wanted to hold a green tree, I'd be like, yeah, let me get him out. Let me hold him. Let me get him adapted to interaction real quick. But like he's just gonna be
Let's go.
chilling.
He just
Yeah,
wants to use you as a tree and just
exactly.
chill. Yeah. My
Yeah, there's been
boa.
times where I've had him on my neck for an hour, 2 hours, just chilling, working
Come on.
on 3D prints and stuff like that. So
Let's
Well,
go.
it's like you said, snakes like that, boas, certain things, you have to have that mentality that it's not a ball python and that you're not just going to reach your hand and grab it front on. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to cower, bro. It's
no,
not going to back out. It's probably going to strike at you and probably like my boa. If I walk by the cage, it's been in the living room since that was a baby. And I've had it probably 2 years now, and it's gotten bigger. So it'll just sit there with its head s up the whole day. And as soon as you walk by it or the dog comes up and
Whack!
sniffs it, pow pow. And I'm like,
That's my berm. That's my berm right there. But what kind of boa do you have?
it's IMG Jungle Het Snowmaker.
Nice.
Yeah.
I really want an IMG.
Dude, it's my favorite snake probably. It's
Yeah.
so black, bro. Like
Yeah. I
then you
really
got
want
those
one.
what's the black one? It's like the black devil or the black dragon or you know what I'm talking about? It's that solid black boa.
I'm not that much of a
I'll
boa
find
person.
it.
I just want one.
Yeah, I'll find it and send it to you. It's so sick, bro. It's like it is literally solid black with black eyes and a black tongue and just like, my
Yeah.
IMG has a black tongue, but I mean the whole snake is solid black.
Right.
It is thick.
Yeah. Yeah. There's certain snakes I just want to have in my collection. Like I wanted the big snakes, so I have one retic, one berm. So, and there's I have my project animals. I want to breed carpets and I want to breed the Vietnamese blues too. So, like those are my breeders that I have that aren't ball pythons. But I have two corn snakes just because I wanted to have two corn snakes. I wanted a green tree, so I got a green tree. So
Come on.
If y'all didn't know, the person that just commented, they're in Australia. So
Australia,
good day to you, mate.
yeah.
Good day,
Okay.
mate.
Hey, go catch me a male diamond. I need a male
Yeah,
diamond.
dude, look,
Right?
I'm in a chat. I'm in a chat with Kyle Markham. And
I'll
Mark,
take a bell phase monitor, please.
and there's so many Australian people in that chat, right?
Right.
And dude, you will not imagine the people that are like, dude, what will it take for me to get you to send me a snake?
Yeah.
What was it?
Dude,
Chris Fry's over there in
could you
Australia.
imagine just one carpet python coming into the U.S.
Oh,
like
bro, you
what
would
it would
be.
sell for? But how would you sell it without getting arrested? Like black market, obviously.
Oh yeah,
Like
100%. And we don't condone that, by the way,
yeah,
everybody.
absolutely. No,
I'm
never,
just
never
think it's
do that. But I'm
funny,
just wondering. I'm just
dude.
wondering.
If you were able to get something like that from Australia that was not here, and you could do it, you would be rich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
It'd be
would
incredible.
literally be fucking rich.
Chris Fry
It's-
over there is an Australian. He was like, man, I could find bell phase monitors for $500 over here, and I was like, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
and that's the
understand what
thing. Yeah,
States like what the
Someone
hell?
go out there and just go find their own diamond carpet pythons for $3.99.
Yep,
They just go
Okay.
out in their backyard and find them in a chicken coop.
yep.
Isn't that crazy that we live in the U.S. and they have snakes like that in other places? And like
Yeah.
the green trees and stuff, and we don't really have stuff like that. That trips me out, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
So low.
Hopes and dreams, but I do want to go to visit Australia one of these days. That's definitely a bucket list item. Just go there, just go herping. I want to spend like 2 weeks out there and just wake up early in the morning, crack of dawn, go herping, take a nap during the day, go herping at night.
They have some of the most gorgeous reefs out there too. If you go out there and go snorkeling
Going
around reefs
snorkel.
and stuff,
Yeah,
and
and
some
some of the most dangerous sharks.
Yeah.
best fishing too.
I don't
Yeah.
fuck with. I'm not like Justin. Justin's a saltwater junkie. I don't like the ocean. It scares me.
Yeah.
We used to have badass fishing skis, and there's a fishing ski company out of there out of Australia that we get these little coolers that hold rods and chopping boards and shit, and they're big on going out there jet ski, going offshore and doing a lot of crazy fishing. It's pretty cool.
That's
shit.
awesome. So speaking of like fishing, do you have any hobbies outside of snake breeding?
Rat and mice breeding.
Yeah. Good answer.
Yeah,
good
I mean,
answer.
all I do is work, man. So every once a week, I make a delivery to the pet store here in Roanoke. I provide the feeders there. Have a couple of local people that pick up some frozen. I don't sell outside. I don't sell live to locals, but I do sell frozen to locals. Just because my live always fluctuate between my collection, taking care of the pet store, and creating an inventory of frozen. So I have a guy that comes in. He's got 2 water monitors that comes and buys smalls and mediums. I got another guy that comes and buys like in bulk. Every 2 to 3 months he'll come and buy in bulk and frozen because he's got a pretty decent collection of snakes that he has at his house also. And
What do you
a couple
breed
of
as
local
far as
people.
rats? You do ASF or you do Norwegian?
No ASFs. If I was only breeding from myself to feed my collection, then I would only do ASFs.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of talk behind that. But since I sell to the pet store and I sell to local people, I do mice and rats. So,
Okay.
and I take care of them. Everything gets cleaned once a week. So I stay pretty busy there. I have close to 65 cement tubs with a 1-to-4 ratio of rats, and that's just rats.
Bro, that's a lot of rats.
Yeah, and I have almost just as many mice colonies going at the same time. So everything gets cleaned once a week. I take care of them, take care of the snakes. Try to be present on social media with my animals, which I've been slacking on, but between that, I got a dog.
Don't worry about it. Social media ain't nothing but filled with drama and bullshit. So it's probably best to stay off social media if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, well, I like to show off my animals. That's about as far as I go. Like I'm in y'all's Patreon group or the chat on Instagram, the RWO, and what's the other one? Can't remember. But anyway, I'm in both those groups.
There's thousands of freaking reptile chats, bro.
Yeah, and I'll jump in there and I'll read some conversations and stuff like that. But I'm never really put my input in and stuff like that. And Nick, I kind of like your title on Instagram. How you're not here to make you happy. Pretty much. I'm here to show off my snakes. But I kind of feel that same way. I'm here to show off my snakes. Like, if your butt hurt about what I said earlier about breeding for champions, not mutts. You're gonna make your pet quality snakes, but strive to make champions. If you're hurt about that, it is what it is.
Well, I say when people's feelings get hurt, just fuck them. I mean, who cares? What are you gonna do? I mean, what are you gonna do, really?
I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm still gonna be in the hobby.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be here.
Don't get hurt about it. At the end of the day, it's just opinions. Opinions are like assholes. We all got one.
And I got a hairy, nasty one. But I do like that, man. I like your outlook on it. You don't want to. That's not a wrong thing to say, in my opinion. That to breed for champions. That's just a way to say it. But in reality, what you're saying is breed for the best thing you possibly freaking can.
Yep.
So I mean, in reality, you don't. I don't think that's crossing the line.
No.
But yeah, I think the fact that you have all these different things is really good, and I also like different species. That is, I think that's something, and you spoke about it earlier. A lot of shows won't book you if you only have ball pythons.
Yeah, and
So,
I've actually personally ran into that myself. Is
mhm.
they're like, oh, we don't want any more ball python breeders, and like I get it. You know, it makes it harder for the person that's been vending the show with ball pythons for 5+ years to sell their snakes when there's half the show is ball pythons.
Yeah.
You know,
And unfortunately, that goes into the whole oversaturation thing. What do you think about oversaturation of the market in
well,
2000
I
in
think that I
2026?
think I think if people stop breeding nonsense animals to make more nonsense animals, the market wouldn't be so saturated. If you breed for champions, and if you push out, you know 50 clutches a year, and it's all $100 snakes,
Yeah.
you're oversaturating the market. But if you dial down your collection, only breed for champions, you're going to make those, you're still going to make pet quality animals no matter what.
Yeah.
And the market wouldn't be so saturated. See, myself, I've only ever had I've had 7 clutches a year for the past 3 years. So
That's a good number.
Number, yeah.
I think that's a reasonable number that's reasonable for you to be able to take care of it and make sure they're healthy. Because I see so many people with like 50 clutches. I'm like, God damn, I get it. They might have some employees, but then a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just doing it just like me and you are in our
well, yeah,
house.
if you're doing 50 clutches a year, you better be doing it full time.
Yeah,
You
Cool.
but
know,
they don't. People don't do that.
yeah,
They want to have more. I think that number. I see. I only do like 4 or 5 at the
yeah,
most. So it's
yeah.
like that is a 7 is a really a good in between number. I think for clutches, and you don't want to overdo it.
No. And that's why I think the market gets a little oversaturated, is when people are just breeding to breed, not breeding for champions. Like I said,
That's when you have
Exactly.
a ball python breeder with over 100 snakes on their store, and you're like, holy shit,
yeah,
And
Yeah, and if you look at when they were posted, that's what makes me think, right? Because I'll see somebody that has 100 snakes on their morph market or whatever, and then I'm like, I look at the date posted,
you're
and I
right.
want to know because I want to know how long it sat there,
Yeah,
right? And if you look at those numbers, you'll be like, damn, you know what I mean? Like that's why
yeah,
because they're not selling. A lot of
yeah.
stuff ain't really selling, like you said, unless you have the
Or unless
next
you're going to
big
a show
thing.
every other weekend.
Well, yeah,
Like
exactly,
if you
exactly.
have 50 clutches a year, you better be going to a show every other weekend, or you're going to be paying more in feed bill if you're not breeding and not just that, like it costs money to breed rats and
It
mice.
does. It does.
it's
So
weird. It's weird though, because like I just posted my morph market store a little over a week ago, and I've sold close to what I think like 11 now. But all the snakes that I've sold have been $300 or less.
you're right, but you're moving them quick. So you
They're
know,
moving them though. But
yeah.
I
So you're
also
making your money, but if you're selling a bunch of 100, 200, $3, like let's say $200 snakes or lower, right?
right.
And all those are posted on Morph Market for six months, right? And you're feeding them like you're supposed to
Oh yeah,
once a
you ain't
week,
make shit. You
right?
ain't make shit.
You literally just made a snake to sell it for free.
And
Yeah.
that's all me really revamping, going through because there was some miscellaneous bullshit. I'm like, there ain't no direction. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that, because I've got a bunch of clutches hitting this year on some really good anticipated projects that I've got anticipated on. So I'm like, all right, well, let's go ahead and revamp. Let's get rid of the bullshit and put in some of the new, out with the old, in with the new, more or less.
Yeah.
And it's crazy 'cause they have moved, but also I will say is I price them to sell. I'm not on there matchmaking anybody's prices or anything. I price my shit to sell. It's gonna go out the door because I'm pricing it to sell,
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's another thing. I see a lot of people like there's some shit on there. I'm just like, man, it's just not logical to me for prices. Some people might think it's logical to them. I ain't hating on them for what they do, but to me, I'm not gonna go that route.
Yeah, you're just trying to get rid of it. That way you don't have to feed it no more, basically. Like, hey, whatever.
It could be him to me. You could, whatever you want to look at it.
Yeah, and it could help somebody else's project. You never know. I mean, whatever. It's all about give and take in this hobby, I
Yeah,
feel. And,
absolutely. I sold a snake for $1,600, and guy wanted a payment plan. and dude stayed on his payments every other week. The payment plan was every other week, X amount of dollars, and he got to the last payment, and I was like, dude, you've been so cool. And even one time he was like, hey, my car broke down. I just had to buy a new car. Can I miss this week and get you next week? And I was like, don't worry about next week. Just wait for a month.
Right.
Get your money right.
That's a good
I'm going to take
salesperson.
care of you because you have been a man of your word.
That's
So,
all, dude.
and
And that's
it got
hard
down to the
find.
last payment. He got down to the last payment, and I was like, dude, don't even worry about it. I'm shipping it to you now.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Because I mean, I make good money. I work 40 hours a week. I do this for fun. This doesn't pay bills for me. I pay my bills just fine. So if I could take care of somebody, then I'm going to do it. And especially if they take care of me. They're like, they're responsive, they're friendly. They don't come at me with BS. I'm going to take care of you. When I go to reptile shows, they're like, hey, they're like, I really like that snake, but it's, kind of too expensive for me. I'm like, well, what's your budget like? And they say like $200-$300. And I was like, all right, well, that $400 snake, give me 300. If your budget's only 300, or that $500 snake and your budget's only 300, and that's the one you really want, I'll take $200 off. But you have to come at me nice. You got to be a good person.
Yeah, it's all about
I'm not gonna deal with somebody coming up. Oh, damn, that's $500. Fuck. And all I have is 300. That's bullshit. You come at me sideways and like acting like a shithead. I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's $500. But if you're like, man, that's the one I want. That's so pretty. You're doing a great job breeding these snakes. You're nice. I'm gonna hook people up. But
it's all about the approach. Yeah, you're right, 100%.
yeah, it's all about the approach. Absolutely.
I've been there. I've definitely, dude. I have a thing that I'm known for at when I used to do the show me shows in Millbrook, Alabama, where teachers, they will come up to me and tell me they're a science teacher or whatever, or they want a class pet, right?
Right.
And I'll just give it to them. I'll just give them a snake. Like I'll just be like, here, take this one. It's pretty. You can have it.
Right.
Because it's all about helping that person, helping the next person out. Like you said, as long as they're straight, they're cool.
Yeah,
like they're straightforward with you. They're not, they're not mean. They don't have an attitude. Like they're really interested in what you're doing.
Yeah, they're intrigued by what you have going on and they want to be a part of it. Well, here, I want you to be a part of it.
Oh yeah.
I'll do what I'm going to do what I can within means. I'm not going to, but at the same time, like there was this girl not too long ago. I saw her at a show 3 times. Every West Virginia show that I went to in Huntington and Charleston, she was there with her mom, right? And this girl was, I don't know, 10 years old, and she was just over the moon excited, loved it. But her mom was like, I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. Blah blah blah. Well, there was a $50 snake. And I was like, can you pay $50 for the snake? And she's like, yeah, but I don't have an enclosure. And I was like, well, I sell enclosures also. So here's the enclosure for free. $50 for the snake. Take it.
And you probably changed that little girl's life.
Oh, absolutely. Because I saw them. They came to the next show after that, and we talked for like 30 minutes about how much she loved it. And she was like, her mom was like, I'm actually shocked, like how much, like she's, interested in this animal and how much she takes it out, plays with it. She reminds me that we need to go get food for it, and stuff like that. And she's like, we have a bunch of, they have a farm, whatever. They were telling me all these animals that they had. And she just, she's like, she likes the animals on the farm, but she loves her snake more than any of the animals on the farm. They got like pigs, chickens, horses, all kinds of stuff,
That's
she's like,
cool,
she's more intrigued with the snake.
People at shows get mad at me. When you go to a show, you always see that guy there charging people for pictures, right?
Yeah.
To hold, or charging you to let them hold a snake.
Right.
So I don't do well. I take that back. I do it to an extent, just like you should with anything. I mean, I'm not going to let some dirty ass motherfucker come up and grab a snake, right?
Yeah.
But like any kid, like you spoke about a little, 10-year-old kid, any child that comes up to my table and wants to hold a snake, I don't pay anybody anyway, but I'm always like, for kids, I'm like, freak yeah, dude. Yeah. Hold that snake, man. Play with it. Hold it for 10 minutes if you want to. Just chill right here with it, you know?
Yeah. Well, and my thing is, I don't let anybody hold my snakes.
Well,
I'm the opposite.
You know, I do because my shit ain't really. And I usually have dedicated snakes, you know, and stuff like that. But I mean, for a kid, I'll do it. Now,
not me. Because that one kid has already held 10 snakes throughout the whole show. Oh, well, that's my only thing. I'm terrified of mites. I'm terrified of respiratory infections. Like you mentioned, Justin, you said my place is clean. I keep it that way.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I always, you know,
if you're interested in a snake, and I mean, I can tell people, you know, like I did security. I used to be a bouncer for years. I'm really good at reading people, and so you know, if I could see that somebody's actually interested in buying something, and you know, I'm be like, "Are you interested in this one?" And if they're like, "Yeah, I'm interested in that one," then I'll take it out. I got hand sanitizer, of course, and I tell them, I tell them, keep it in your hands and don't put it to your body. I was like, for sanitary purposes, keep it in your hands and I'll let you hold it. And a lot of people respect that. A lot of people buy from me because I come at them very sternly about health and care of my animals. These are my animals until you purchase them. So until you purchase them, you're going to play by my rules.
Oh yeah.
And you know, there's been a few times with even kids, you know, I'm like, they'll start to bring it towards their body and I'll reach over the table and I'm like, I'll take the snake back. And I was like, look, I asked you not to put it next to your body. I can't have it next to your body for health and sanitary purposes. And I have a lot of people come up to me and tell me, I respect you because you have these rules in place.
Well, you said it in a way that was respectable. You know, you weren't that guy like, fuck you, kid, get out of here.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, you know, keep it away from your body.
The thing with me is not necessarily, I mean, I get that aspect 100%. Believe me, I get it. My thing is that make people pay to hold a snake.
Yeah.
That to me is like, I just feel weird about it, you know, like, I don't know how I feel about it because, and I get what you're saying, you know, and obviously I would never let no snot-nosed kid with fucking Cheeto dust all over his finger. You know, I definitely have my hand sanitizer and everything like that. And if they look homely, I probably won't let them if they look homely or something, I guess. But like, I don't know. I feel like kids mainly, but like, I don't like the whole aspect of you got to pay to hold it, you know, and because at the end of the, you know, and I do have designated snakes, of course. So I'm not just like opening tubs and shit like here. And then no one can see my merchandise either, you know? So I do have the designated ones. And you said something about mites. I've had really good luck with mites. I have never, knock on wood, I've never had mites, never. And but I always do, not quarantining, but I'm sure you do stuff like this. If you're, you know, what you were saying.
I got a quarantine rack upstairs.
Or you'll get that spray, you know, and you'll spray them and rub them down and then put them back in your rack or whatever. You know, there's a bunch of different things people do. And I do stuff like that for sure after every show because my thing is I can deal with mites. If I did get mites, it's whatever. My thing is, like you said, respiratory problems or like a virus, stuff like that. That's what kind of freaks me out, honestly. That kind of will freak me out a little bit.
Yeah, I put too much work, too much effort, too much money that, like you said, we'll never see again. Into what I built, you know? And I take pride in what I have, like, because I got good shit. And
you do 100%. Your collection's very niche.
I've lost one snake due to a regurg. It was like completely sporadic. It's not like I fed her and took her out, you know, a couple hours later to mess with her. It was just, I went into her tub. You could see the regurg rat in her throat and she died. And dude, that broke my heart. So if I would have like some kind of outbreak that took out half my collection or something like that, I would fucking lose it. I would lose it. And
that's the scary thing, man, because those viruses, they literally will, they just grab your collection by the balls, no pun intended. And
what do you do? Spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars at the vet?
Euthanasia.
Yeah, and I can't deal with that. Hell no.
Well, I'm
You
just
know?
saying that's really the only way to deal with it is you have to test the animals, see who has it or who's testing for it, and
Yeah.
separate animals and then euthanize them when they come back with. Which is what you got to do with a lot of viruses. I've found out, and I've learned a lot of people will take different. Like if you do, they'll do 5 tests or 10 tests. But if so many of them come back negative or positive, that determines it because you have a lot of false negatives and false positives on a lot of different viruses. Then you'll have you didn't do it right. You know what I'm saying? Or something happened at the lab, maybe, or, so you don't want to do just one test
Yeah.
because if you do just that one test and it comes back false positive, then you just infected your whole fucking room.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that is really that moment when that happens. That's when you have to start taking animals to the vet and getting them euthanized, or unless you do it yourself. However, the situation is, you just have to bite the bullet and they're gone. They just have to be. Because if you don't do that, then you might as well just sell everything because it's going to kill every animal in that room, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I only buy babies. I don't buy adults. That's another rule of mine. I only buy babies because less chances of nidovirus, stuff like that. Um, pretty much, yeah. I pretty much do all. I try to do anything and everything that I can. I have a quarantine rack where if I get a new animal, even as a baby, it goes in the quarantine rack upstairs. I only buy babies. When I'm at reptile shows, no one holds my snake unless you're going to buy it. And even, and I'll let like people hold my snake, but it's like for interested buyers.
Like you
I
said,
keep,
with stipulations,
yeah,
which
with
is
stipulations,
reasonable.
like,
That's reasonable.
like
Yeah.
is this the snake you're interested in, or you just want to hold a snake? Different
Right.
story.
Yeah.
I keep hot shot at the shows. I put it on each end of my tables to make sure there's no like mites trying to crawl up my table to get to my collection. Like, yeah, like I'm crazy about it.
You're terrified of mice,
Yeah,
aren't
and
you?
like my breeding success rate is like almost 100%. Like I've only lost 2 babies. Well, yeah, 2 babies. One pipped and came out of the egg and died in that same day. That was a heartbreak. And then I had another snake. Pip came out, lived for 3 days, then died. That was another heartbreak. And then I had my one adult that I
Yeah.
bought, and she had a regurg and passed away. So those are the only heartbreaks I've had, and yeah, like I said, if I lost half my collection, I would lose it, man.
So how long do you quarantine for?
3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep them in those enclosures for 3 months. Um, I'll keep, if I have multiple snakes that I brought in because where I quarantine them for so long, I'll keep like the first one will go up high, the second one will go down low, to keep space in between them, and then so forth. And then like let's say I get a third snake in, that will go in the bottom and top bottom, reach in the middle. But I've only ever had like 4 snakes in quarantine at once, and I only buy from reputable breeders,
Yeah.
ones that I can really trust. You know,
That's
um,
the best rule of thumb anyway. I mean, research the breeder.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna buy from somebody that has a name that they can't lose to have their name tarnished. So if somebody with a name is afraid of their name getting tarnished within the hobby, they're going to take care of their animals more than likely. More than likely. But somebody that doesn't have a name and you buy from them, and the snake comes back with RI and mites, who cares if you talk shit about them on social media or put their name out? Oh, this person has mites, or this person, gave me an RI infection, or had an RI infection when I got it out the box. You know,
Yeah.
they don't have a name to tarnish. So I'm gonna buy somebody from somebody that can't have their name tarnished.
Yeah,
Which
they don't have a choice but to sell good, healthy animals.
yeah, because it's their name on the line.
True.
And I'm not saying I'm somebody that's big in the hobby, but I can't afford my name to be tarnished.
Well, I
So I
mean,
want to make sure that I'm keeping a healthy collection so I can sell to people and they're going to continue to cherish my name and brighten it, if anything, So, and say, hey, this guy, he had good animals. They were fat, they were healthy, no sickness, no mites, Yeah, buy from him. Matter of fact, the snake that I bought, or the snake that I sold for $1,600. Before the guy actually bought from me, he was on those chat rooms saying, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy?" And everybody that he talked to said, "Oh no, he's a good dude. Like buy from him.
Come on.
Like if you're
Come
gonna
on.
spend $1,600, he's got a good snake."
Yeah.
Come on.
And then that's what pushed
That's
him
what
to
you
buy
want.
from me.
Yeah, that's what you want. You're doing
Yeah.
something right,
Yeah, yeah. I'm not big in the hobby, but still, I can't have my name tarnished.
Well, regardless, you put a lot of thought and energy into picking the certain animals you have and everything that goes along with it. So you deserve that. You deserve that respect in the sense that you are somebody
Yeah, well,
because
I
you
try
have
to.
put effort
Well,
and
I
energy
do this for 20
into.
years. I might be somebody.
Well, you do it for 50 and you may never be nobody. That's the gamble of ball pythons, right? It's like you and that's the hard reality for people to face. Like people come into this looking for money. They're not like that is the wrong attitude. Like because
No.
you're going to be chasing that dragon for years.
Well, a lot of times I feel like the people that are trying to make a dollar is the people that don't have dollars, and they're going to be buying the $100, $200 snakes,
Back to that.
breeding
Yep,
those, and then within 2 to 3 years, you're going to see a collection sale.
for
You
sure.
know,
Oh yeah,
because they're
you'll
like,
hear,
I'm not
hey
making the
man,
money.
my
I'm not
friend's
making the
got
money that I wanted.
my friend's selling his collection. Here's a list of his animals. Anyone want to buy them?
And I've looked at like I don't know 5 to 10 people's collections that they're selling, and every single one is like $100, $200 snake, and I see why you're getting out.
Yeah.
And it's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to do. Like if you're gonna be in this, be in it like for real. Do your research, be a part of it, ask questions, talk to people, you know, like find someone that's not gonna sell you like not sell their snakes to you just to make money, but put that info in your head. But like, look, I don't have that snake in my collection. But if you're interested in that project, I know this guy, he's actually good and he has that type of animal that you're looking for. Like I don't have exanthic stuff. I have a lot of people asking for exanthic, but you know what? I'm like, hey, I know this guy over here has exanthic, or you know what, my buddy over here, he's working an awesome puzzle project. So let me put you onto them. Find those kind of people that are going to point you in the right direction and do that research to have that information and that knowledge to actually be in this hobby for real.
Fact.
That's a good point.
So I mean, but
Well,
yeah. Anyway, you
we're
want to see one
going.
of my champions?
Yeah, I do. I was
Let's
gonna
see
say
it.
we're getting to about that time, but I'm damn sure willing to see us another snake. That ain't no joke.
All right.
I don't care about you talking. Show me them worms.
All right, here's my one champion that I made last year. Is GHI Super Orange Dream Hypo Clown.
Bless.
Jeez,
So
that
that's
thing is thick, bro. That is thick.
yeah. I really, really enjoy this snake.
It almost looks ultra melly or banana-y, don't it?
It does. Like
It looks.
the dorsal is really it really highlights the whole snake. But the Super Orange Dream is where it's at. And
Oh
this
yeah.
is actually so I know a lot of people like the Aussie, the high OD. But Benson from RGI, he was working OD and refining OD just as long as Aussie. And so I bought a bunch of OD stuff from Benson. And Benson, like I asked him, I was like, why don't you classify it as high OD? He's like, because that's Ozzy's thing. He's like, I just have Orange Dream.
Yeah.
But he has super high expression OD stuff.
Come
But
on.
Yeah, I
Come on.
love Super OD, man. That's a
That is
what
boxy.
Super
That's
OD
a
Inchy Clown is one of my favorite snakes.
uh,
But we are about that time. There's a show coming on after this, and
oh shit, what is this one?
yeah, what's that?
so this is OD Leopard Hypo Clown.
Come on.
See,
Come
that's
on.
such a change, right? Jesus.
Yeah, and the head stamp on it's really nice. So there's
The
that
su-
one.
The super OD clown I got, the face of it looks like a cow.
Looks like a what?
A cow, like a moo cow.
Yeah.
It's so badass. Like I love
Yeah.
it.
Has like little horns.
Well, I'll send you a picture. It looks like splots all over its face, like a cow or something.
That one.
Yeah. And then this is one of my other holdbacks that I was impressed with, but lesser leopard, chocolate, hypo, het pied.
Let's go.
Lesser is one of them genes that you just can't hide. If you know what lesser is and you see it in a snake, you already know it. You know, lesser is such a good gene.
Yeah, that one looks good.
It
Yeah,
does
lesser
look good.
leopard, chocolate, hypo, het pied.
That leopard and that chocolate made it look cool as shit as far as the color contrast, I think.
Oh yeah.
It looks
That one.
dope.
And then that one's in shed. Yeah. Let's show it off. Let's see. So
Shed or no shed?
GHI, Orange Dream. No, GHI, Red Stripe, Yellow Belly, Double Head, Hypo Clown.
Okay.
So just something a
Now
little
look
fun.
at that. Look at the dorsal on it. I bet when it's not in shed, it looks fucking like way.
Well, the pixelation on the belly is what really gets me.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, the
Yeah, that's
pixelation and just like the orange, like it's not, you can't really see it because of the shed, but the orange coming up from the belly is where it's at for me.
Hell yeah.
I put that in the Hypo Clown project. And then I do have, hopefully this coming year, I'll have a shot at making a Ultramel Pompeii or Ultramel Fire Pompeii. So
Right. Pompeii's on a lot of people's list of dream snake to hit. I've noticed that. It's a big thing.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna shoot for the Ultramel Pompeii, but I do have long odds. So I have a visual het female with the codoms, and I have a double het male with the codoms to make a fire Pompeii.
A lot of people's been hitting crazy odds I've noticed lately in like a lot of egg cut videos. So hey man, do whatever to call them up and be like, what kind of oil are you using?
I've had great odds. I've always made what I wanted. Like at every clutch, I'm like, all right, this is the snake that I want. I'll hit it. But the thing is, I'll hit it in a female, never a male. I cannot make a male to save my life. So
damn.
You gotta speak it into existence. You gotta speak it into existence.
Both of those hypo clowns are females. Both of those hypo clowns are females that I showed you. Those two babies are both females. So
Dollar, let me get a male. Dollar, let me get a male.
So I've been buying males. I bought this OD.
Damn, you gotta do
the ODYB ODYB Red Stripe Clown het hypo.
Okay, it's het hypo. Let's go. Shit's so sexy.
It's super bright, right? Like love the color.
Yeah, ODYB Red Stripe Clown het hypo. So
nice.
I mean that yellow belly is absolutely in there. There's no doubt about it. RGI shed tested it just to make sure, and it came back positive for yellow belly.
Come on.
So,
hell yeah.
But yeah, I can't make a male, so I got to buy my males, I guess.
That's how hey, sometimes it be like that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we
just also picked up a Cypress yellow belly clown het ultra male also.
I like my Cypress. Let's go.
I know Justin loves that Cypress, man.
That's Cypress.
You're slacking if you ain't got it. You know.
I think so. I think it goes with a lot of cool stuff, man.
Yeah, you'll think this one's sexy, Justin. That's
oh fuck yeah! There's some Cypress clown right there.
Yeah, Cypress yellow belly clown. Let's see, het for ultra male. He don't want to be nice, but he's got a super orange head.
Oh, it froze and it was perfect, dude. It was perfect. I seen it perfect.
Yeah.
Yes, that cypress is just, and it's crazy too. To hate to say it, but even if you throw inchy in there, it's like wow. You know,
Right.
inchy and cypress together. I don't know what it is. It just makes some crazy shit.
Even with the clown.
Yep, even with the
Okay.
clown. Like, see, like if you go look on, it's you might not, I can send you a picture of it later. There's one that Boyd made. It was a banana inchy cypress OD clown, and holy shit, that snake is amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah. I want to see more of the cypress with banana clown. I like banana clown.
Justin, that's what Justin wants to do.
Yeah. I love banana clown, but I want to see genes that's gonna make banana clown last long. Like the
So take this for instance. Imagine taking this and throwing cypress clown in there.
yeah. Okay.
You
That's
know,
that's banana inchy clown.
that's just an inchy clown.
Okay.
And now you see all the red and the orange here. It's even way. It's crazy. You got. I'll send you a picture of one.
Yeah,
They're
for sure,
freaking
definitely.
hot, you know, and all the purple too, and then the reds is just colorful. It's colorful.
Oh, absolutely.
And then like
Yeah, that's
this,
sweet.
this is kind of what I want to go with it. You know.
Yeah, add cypress to it. Is that cypress clown too?
This is a high OD cypress clown. This came from
Nice.
Boyd. This came from
Nice.
Ozzy.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that is sweet.
Justin ain't playing now. Don't think he's over there sleeping.
Oh, I know he ain't.
He got some tricks up his sleeve. But we are about that time. We got other shows that are gonna run right
Alright.
after this. And we like to, make sure that everybody can get the views and hang out. But
Yeah, man.
if you had a message you wanted to tell everybody, about snake breeding, what would that message be?
I just keep pushing on. Ask questions, be intuitive, gain knowledge, and knowledge is power, and use that power to make this hobby better or the best that it can be.
Facts.
That's good advice, man. That was good advice. I've never heard that on the show. Heard a lot of crazy shit, but everything. Well, I'm sorry, Rosie Clown, but you can just go ahead and hit save under the screen and save it to your playlist and watch it from the beginning. I would appreciate that. And you actually might want to, because he's got some cool snakes over there, like big snakes and brightly colored snakes. So go back and hit that replay, gang, and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. And Justin, what do you want to tell everybody?
I tell everybody, thank you guys for coming out. We couldn't do it without you guys, that's for sure. Hey, Dustin, it was definitely nice meeting you finally.
Yeah, it was good talking to y'all.
There for definitely, man. It was definitely good talking. I can't wait to see what you do later on too. So
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? And I'll actually see y'all down in Daytona too. So we'll meet up, hang out, kick it for a little while.
Bro, I'm stoked for that, man. That'll be fun, dude.
Yeah, first time in Daytona. So I'll see y'all down there.
Let's go. Well, we throw a little big Airbnb and a bunch of breeders come over. We grill out. We got a pool and everything, so you're more than welcome. So
yeah, I'll bring over some ribeyes or something.
Hey, don't tempt us with a steak time, okay?
Hey, y'all fire up the grill. I'll provide the meat.
That's what a lot of us. There's a lot of guys. So that's what we all do. We throw down a lot of meat. I'm from Florida, so I got the seafood spot. So I for sure hit up my local seafood catcheries and shit and bring a bunch of seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah, get them lobster tails cooking.
Some crawfish. Let's get a little crawfish boil going. I'm a bayou boy at heart. All right, just because I'm up in the mountains of Virginia, my heritage is down in the bayou.
Shit, Chai baby, you don't even know, Chai baby. What you talking about, Chai? Shit. Well, hell yeah. Hey, you didn't know. Now you know. You was watching the Sippin' Show. I appreciate everybody coming on tonight. The panel, y'all are kick ass. It was so awesome to meet you. And Justin's my chooch. He loves me. He doesn't want to, but he loves me. He acts like he don't, but he loves me. And I look forward to seeing, like Justin said, like I look forward to seeing more of your stuff, and I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out and keep in touch for sure.
We'll show off those Vietnamese blues next time.
Oh, dude. Hey, and we're all about reoccurring guests. So you let me know when you're free again and we will schedule it in the calendar. How about that?
All right, man.
Hey
'Cause
guys,
I definitely and that pisses me off actually. I wasn't even thinking about it, but I didn't even get to ask my fucking colubrid questions. So look, you are coming back. You don't have a choice. Okay.
I'll be here, man. I'll be here.
No, you were great, man. You were great. I love it. And
it sounds like he's gonna be having some carpet clutches here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
come on.
he said he was breeding that one this year. So
Next year. Next year I should have some.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
be keeping an eye out for sure because I'll be about the time I might need another one or two. You know.
Well, hell yeah. Well, y'all, I enjoyed my time here, and I'm about to go in here and snack and hang out, maybe eat some popcorn, watch a movie or something. But everybody, make sure y'all watch all the shows on YouTube for all the reptile people. That would be awesome. And thank you for coming. Justin, you
Come
want to see us out?
Later, guys. Y'all have a good night.